It's your boy Justin Orm. Today I'm gonna show you how to do a few different things in Cakewalk. Now this is continuing focusing on all the questions that you have asked me through comments, and I've been combing through them slowly but surely. Let's get into it. The first question is from @Chase7351. This is 3 months ago. It says, can you show how to access buffer size maybe? All right, new project, empty project. All right, and when you go up to edit, or you can press P as in Piper on your keyboard, and that will open up preferences. And now what you're looking for is the buffering. Now the buffering will only work if you are using ASIO drivers or if you're using WDM or MME. So if you're using Wasapi, this will continue to be grayed out. So first what you want to do is you want to go to driver settings, and then you want to go to where it says buffers and playback queue or buffer size, which is right here. Now for ASIO, you'll notice it's grayed out but my ASIO panel pops up right here. And when it pops up, then I can change the buffer size right here. If I was to switch to a different type of playback and recording, a different driver mode, like if I switch to, let's say MME for a moment. Okay. All right. And so when it pops up, you're going to notice it says, oh, you don't have, you got available devices as aligned zoom. So it renames everything and it changes it. But now when I go back, you will see that the buffer size is right here, and I can adjust it right here. Now, like I said, for Wasapi, this will be grayed out. You won't be able to adjust it at all because that's the fastest latency that you can get on a Windows computer. MME and WDM are older models, are older drivers, so they may not work as well. So it's okay, though. You should be able to get the job done or get as close to. I'm noticing something about my Cakewalk, like my whole scheme looks a little different, including my text looks a little different, and I'm not quite sure why, but I don't know, maybe something. And I feel like you used to be able to see it actually highlight these, but maybe not. All right, I'm going to go back and switch it back to ASIO though, because that's what I need to set on for me. And while I'm waiting on this, I hope you are finding value in the video thus far. Hopefully you've liked it already, and hopefully you have subscribed to the channel. It does definitely help me grow and help me reach more people. All right. And once you do that, you want to press apply and you want to press close after it's finished with that. Our next question comes from Carlo Jacucci 5476. It's 2 months ago. Is Sonitis gate used to cut out the low sounds of the vocals like breathing? And is Sonitis compressor used to make the vocals not surpass a certain decibel? And what tool should I use if some of my vocals in the same track are too high in terms in decibel than the other vocals of the same track? Thank you. Your videos are really helpful. All right. Okay, so the question is asking about the Sonitis gate and the Sonitis compressor. So first of all, let's record an audio track. We're going to press Control T. All right, and we're going to make sure that it's set up. And I'm going to set my input to input 1. I'm moving a little quick here because I want to get to the actual question that was asked. So if I'm singing something, and I'm going to turn my metronome off because I don't want to hear the click while I'm recording, I'm going to give you an example of what they mean by when you're recording vocals. Here we go. I see you. I see you. You know I see you. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you one disclaimer right now. One thing that you might have noticed is that this little peak right here, I distorted that. You can probably hear it. Listen to it. You know. 'Cause 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 ' Okay. Now, even though it sounded distorted in my ears when I got ready to sing it, it seems like it's okay here. But you're going to notice the difference between this wave. I see you. So how do we get this to match this? Or how do we get them to even out? Okay. Two different ways you can do this. Well, but first let's go with your question of the gate. Yes, the gate is used to get rid of any unnecessary noise. So let's go to dynamics and Sonida's gate and like this. Okay. So, and I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this well, but we'll find out. I'm going to bring the volume up on my mixer just so you can hear this a little better. You know. So now, immediately, just by adjusting the threshold, the input starts off at -60, right? Okay, so -60 decibels means that anything that's -60 decibels, which is very, very low, is allowed to come through. Okay, excuse me. Anything that's -60 decibels or anything that's -60 decibels is allowed to come through, and anything that's higher than that level is allowed to come through, of course. But the more that I start to tame this and I bring it back, then anything that's quieter, and I can kind of tell, like, you know, where everything is going to be. So I see you. Okay, you can see I see you. See how I kind of faded out? Well, we don't want that fade out. We just want to get rid of any extra noise that's in the background. Now you can also adjust the attack on this. Like if you don't want it to come right in, you can adjust the attack to be a little later. All right. You can also adjust the release to be a little longer to make it more smoother. I see. Or we want the attack to be right at the beginning. Let's change it. I see you. I see you. Okay, now I have a TV on in the background, so when I mix this, because my son's watching TV, and it's okay, because I'm recording to a separate device, hoping that I can get the noise out. But if you hear extra noise in the background, just know my son's watching TV. This is the life that I live in now. Everybody's home. Summer, we got extra people staying with us right now, and it's hard for me to get a quiet environment to record. So I apologize if this is not quite the most quietest, best audio ever for this Just a Norm channel. Now, I might want to bring this threshold down some more. All right, so I can bring it down a little bit more. I see. Now I can adjust the depth too as well. I see you. I see you. And so I think the depth like is the how fast, well, not how fast, but like how much of the effect is being used. I'll put it like that. And I can also adjust the like low cut or a high cut if I wanted to, but I think I'm at a good place right now. I'll leave it there. I see you. Okay, cool. So if we like that for our gate, that's great. But now we got to figure out the compression. What does the compression do? The compression is to help you basically tame the parts that are peaking and to help bring out the quieter parts. But before I even do the compression, I can do something a little bit more simpler than that. I can chop this. I'm going to go right. I'm going to put my playhead right where, let's turn the snap off. Snap is up here because it's set to quarter notes. I want to be able to get in between it. I might even zoom out some so I can see it better. And what I want to do is I'm going to press S on the keyboard. I'm going to click the clip. This is a clip. I'm going to click it, press S, and now, okay, it clipped it. Now what I'm going to do, I found out this little secret that works really well. If you hold this first clip and press Control, there we go. Hold on. Hold Control down and you'll see like a little eye, and then I can bring this up, okay? Same thing. So I brought that up a little louder. And here, right here, this is a phrase. You know. Okay, so right here, I would clip it too as well. You know, okay. This clip here, I can bring up some more. All right. And we start to get a little bit more balance. In this clip, I might bring down some. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Oops, Control Shift Z. All right, click this clip, press Control, wait until we get the eye, and then I can bring this down some too as well. All right, now that just tames it a little bit more that way. You know, I see you. Okay, now, so it sounds a little bit more even, but the question is, you want to know, I mean, the question is not you want to know, but the question is, do you really want the subtle differences between each phrase, or do you really want it to be very dynamic, where you really want the soft parts to be very soft and you want that loud part to be very loud? It just depends on your flavor, what you're going for. But this is when I would add compression. Now, I didn't have to do that one part. I could have just left it the way it is and then add compression. We'll go back to dynamics. So now it's compressor. I said compressor. All right. And then the way we're going to work with this is I'm just going to play around with it. Now, I could use a preset that's in here. There are some presets, music, vintage. Okay. I can use a vintage, or I can use a music, and I can say the vocals. Let's do vocals like that. Let's see what we got. I see you. I see you. You know. Okay, so now let's look at this high part. And what you want to do is you want to go to the hottest part ever. You know. And see where it actually is. I'm going to take it all the way back up. You know. And then where is this part at? Okay, so that's around -18. This is at, you know. So I want to say -12, and I can clip down. Let's say, you know. And so what happens is whenever I get to -14 or -15 threshold, anything that's over that is going to automatically duck it down. Right now I have it set to a ratio of 6:1. That might be too much. I mean, I can change. Let's do 4 1/10 to 1, or 4.1 to 1. And I want the attack to be a little quicker. And I'm going to make the release a little longer. There's a limiter and there's this TCR. I've talked about what these mean. I don't really need them on right now, but you know. So let's listen. Now what we can do is bring the gain up overall. I see you. I see you. You know. You know. Okay, and then you can automatically see that, yeah, it's like, oh, yep, it definitely ducked it. You know, I see you. Now, I don't kind of like the way this part came in. It seems like it came in very, like, sudden. And it might be because I brought this clip up some, so maybe I'll bring this clip back down a little bit. Okay, let's hold Control down. Okay, oops, clicked on the wrong thing again. Control, let's bring it down some. Oh, I see you. Okay, yeah. All right, so that's a little better. Now, the gate, is the gate really doing what it needs to be doing? I would play around with it a little bit more, and I might want to add the gate on after the compression. Oh, I see you. See, I can hear this. I see you. I see you. Yeah, now you see if I brought it all the way up like that, it was like, I see you. So you can play around with this, but there are other plugins that are a little better than using this. But I like to use, you know, and I'm not trying to promote waves or anything, but I really love the, what is it called? We go to restoration, the clarity. I really love the clarity because it'll, like, I don't know, somehow magically AI technology kind of gets rid of all the background noise. It makes it a lot more clear, but this gives you a handle of what you can do. But yeah, you want to kind of even those things out before you do compression, because the harder the compressor has to work, the harder it's going to be for you to get the sound that you're looking for. And keep in mind that you want to do multiple compressors. This is using one. I would probably use another compressor, you know, so I would use one to tame those that are peaking, those high parts, and then I would use one to boost up the lower end. I mean, the ones that are very low in volume. So hope this helps. Let's move on. At AK5Z says, can you make with two same vocals separate record or record, then make the one vocal with reverb in second vocal, and then connect to the main vocal? Please tutorial, I don't know. Okay. And so, and this is for a video called Aux Explained in Cakewalk by Bandlab, right? And routing options. So basically what AK, or AK, hopefully I'm saying that correct, is asking about is, how do I make, should I use the same vocal? I might as well use the same vocal. Let's just use the same vocal. How do I duplicate this vocal? I can record it twice if I want to, or I can just duplicate it, right? And I can do it like this. I can just, first of all, I'm going to take Shift. I'm going to hold down Control. Okay. I didn't mean to say Shift. Click on each clip, hold down Control. I'm going to right click on it, and then I'm going to go bounce to clips. This is going to make it all one clip. It's going to make it a little easier for me. And while we're doing this, let's clean it up a little bit too as well. I don't need this part. Roll it in. Put a little fade there. Roll this in. Put a little fade there. Boom. Okay. Now, how do I take this clip and I can duplicate it to another track? And I can just right click and I can say duplicate selected clip. All right. Now, it duplicated to the same track, but we're not trying to do that. I mean, that works too as well. But all we have to do is just hold Control down, and hold Shift. So hold Control, hold Shift, and that'll keep it lined up perfectly. So you can't move it anywhere. See, I'm sliding it, but it's staying locked. All right. And then do it like that. And it adds it to another track. Now, it's not, you know, I can record this separately, you know, to give it a better sound. But for now, I'm just going to do it like this. And let's say that this track, I want to be just my compression and my gate. But I want this track to be my reverb. Now, I'm going to show you two different ways. Now, this is one way you can do it. Let's put the reverb on it. All right. And I'm going to make this really wet. Okay. And let's solo this just for a second. Okay. That sounds wonderful. I couldn't even hear it. I see you. I see you. You know. And see, I can take the dry signal out. All right. And I can make this real wet. Now, when I play these back together, I can adjust the volume of this track, right? Let's bring my console up. Okay. So remember, track 1 is mine, and I can put on there, I can rename it, double click, do dry Vox, and I can do this one as reverb. Fox. Okay. All right. And then I can blend this to taste. So both are playing. They're both in time with each other. So let's start off with no reverb. I see you. I see you. You know I see you. Okay. Now, the reason why this is powerful, it might not be the way you want to go about doing it, but the reason why it's powerful is because I have, you know, both parts are there. This is really a known trick for mixing, is that you can duplicate the vocal, and I can really like tweak this second one like crazy, like adjust the EQ on it too as well. Like maybe if I wanted to put the EQ right here, the Pro Channel, and let's say like I want to click on it, and I'll put a high pass filter, and I'm gonna bring the slope all the way in, and let's say I don't want any of this. I kind of want it to be more like no high, not a lot of highs. I'll even put a low pass on it. Not a lot of highs and not a lot of mids. So listen to the difference now. I see. I see you. You know I see you. Okay. So makes it very subtle. The good thing about this is that the reverb is like more washed just in the back, but you don't lose the dry, like in your face vocals still right there, the compressed vocals right there. There's a bunch of ways you can do this. Now you also could do, instead of doing this, you can also do an aux track. So I could have said right click on this, and then insert send to a aux track, right? And then on the aux track, I could have put the reverb. Like I just copy it here, right? And then let's mute this track, and then I could do the same thing here. So let's listen to it now. I see you. Okay, we'll turn it down. I see you. You know I see you. Okay. And so then you can start playing around with it and doing automation and things like that. And that's where it gets a lot of fun. Same process, just this time we're not duplicating a separate audio. The reason why you might want to do another audio is you might want to do something slightly a little different. All right, so I hope that was actually helpful to you, AK. AK, also I had another question. We'll make this the last one for this video. I hope you still stayed around, and I hope you've liked it and you subscribed. And if you haven't, please do so. Just do it. It's just going to help you out in the long run. So AK5Z says, can you make tutorial automation pitch format shifting, please? Okay. So make a tutorial about how to use automation to change the pitch format. Okay. All right. Pitch format. All right. So let's see. If I wanted to put something on here, let's do another track. Insert another scene. I'm going to do another track, another aux track. And this aux track, I will name it pitch. I spelled it right? Yeah. Shift. Okay. Do I have a pitch shift on here? Let's see. Now, what'll be great is if you have a plugin like a little Alter Boy or something similar to that. Got pitch shift in here. We got the auto pitch, which is free. Got Melodyne, Waves Tune. Let's try a vocal bender. I don't even know if this works or not. Some of these plugins you may not have, of course. I mean, I think this is this might be part of Waves. But if you have access to it, then great. If not, you could I could just do a pitch shift period. I could draw a automation line And I'll show you another way to do that too as well. If I'm correct, maybe I can do it. I don't even know if I have this plugin. Sometimes I have plugins, but they are not the full version. So we shall find out. Okay, popped up. All right, so cool. We got this vocal bender. I don't know if I've ever used this before. I probably have, but I can't really remember. So first things first, does it zoom out? Nope, it does not. Of course, not in Cakewalk. You want to make sure that the right is enabled on here. So right now it's disabled. You'll see a little W. Make sure it's clicked on. And then we're going to put the automation lanes on. And let's do, and we're going to change this to, so we have volume. We're going to change it to track compression, vocal bender, mono. And then we're going to choose a parameter. We're going to click on it. And I'm going to say I want it to do pitch. I'm going to type in pitch. See if I can find it. All right, pitch bend. Okay, got pitch bend and we got pitch. Let's do pitch. And then let's add another one. This one is going to be set to vocal bender. And I'm going to choose the format. Okay. All right. Click on format. Press OK. And now I can just draw it. You know, so in the middle it should be flat. All right. I'm going to go down, put a few notes here and there. And then I can move them around where I want them at. Okay. All right. So let's move this one up. Let's move that one down. Keep that the same. I'll move that up. Keep that down. Move this all the way up. Move this one all the way down. Then back up to center. Same thing with this. So I'm going to keep it straight. And then I'll change it. Go back to normal. Go all the way up. And then back to normal. Don't know what it's going to sound like. Let's see if it's going to play. Let's see what it sounds like. I see you. Okay, good. Now the question is, let's mute the reverb, and I'm gonna mute the dry track for now. Let's see if it still plays. Perfect. Okay, just like I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna play this way. We want to do is we want to change this to, let's see, where is it at? The aux in. We want to change the aux in to pre. So pre fader. Let's see now. I see you. I see you. You know. I see you. Okay, now let's add them all again. You. I see you. You know. I see you. Oh, I love it. I'm getting that. Let's get that. Let's get that. That's it. That's it right there. Okay. All right, you all. Hey, it's just a norm. It feels good to be able to post. I don't post often like I used to. I used to have a set schedule. I used to do my like Mondays and Thursdays. But let me know in the comments what's the best day that you think I should post videos. And I'm going to say once every 2 weeks. Also, just let me know how you are. I got a lot of stuff going on. School is getting ready to start back for training. I just lost my grandpa. You know, thank you for your condolences. So I'll be in Milwaukee next week. I'll be out for a little while, for about a week or so, and then I'll be back. And then it'll be back to grinding, getting ready for school. Bunch of birthdays coming up. My birthday is July 8th. All of my kids, like 2 of my kids are in July. It's a bunch of birthdays coming up. So I know you all are going to give me something special, right? Are you? Okay, cool. I'm glad. Yeah. I take all kind of gifts, monetary gifts. I take everything. Just I'm sorry, yeah. You probably clicked out the video now, but it's okay because I like to be a little goofy. And it feels good to be goofy right now. All right. I love you all. Peace. Take care.